so-called flying saucers.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the SA. It's rotating.
Kill the stigma here. So I just wanted to respond real quick to this whole drama about UAP SAR Elizondo, and by the way, I do think Elizondo has a very important position in the White House. Now, I've been seeing some comments somewhere like, how can you suddenly expose the biggest secret to mankind and not getting any trouble for it? First of all, Elizondo did get a lot of shit for it in the beginning. Like, he had a lot of problems, except when he got to Trump. And for the UAP SAR position where he gives a hint, Julian Dory, an hour or so, the last interview he did, he showed him something. I believe that was...
But, I can show you something else if you really want to see it, but you can't... You got to promise me. I'll show it to you.
Can't put it on there.
You can't put it on there. But I'd have.
You have it with you?
Yeah, I got something for you. You want to see?
Yeah. Let's get this intermission while you see it. I will hold it straight to my face and not to the camera. Face. Is this like? Can you tell people what I'm looking?
I'd rather not. I'd just rather you. So you are aware of the Harry Reid memo, right? Uh-huh. So that's it. So
I'm so curious. John Kiriaku's the last guy that did this, and he held up like a body of like KSM or Abu Zubaydah, I'm sorry, on the floor. Can't say what this is. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Imagine if I released that.
A lot of tea right here. That is not what I was expecting to see. You just blue-balled the entire internet. That is, if whatever you're thinking I just saw is not what you're thinking. I'll put it that way.
But you can see why.
Yes, I can. Now it makes sense. Whoa.
Yeah.
They got the holsters out for you, man.
Sometimes you just have to walk the high road, and it's tough.
Good for you.
And there have been times I could settle a discussion very quickly if I wanted to, but it would be at the cost of other individuals. And I'm not a sellout. Never have been. Never, never, ever. I will never throw anybody under the bus to protect my own skin. Never have, never will.
See, I can't ask a follow-up question on that because we'll get too close to that. But off air, I'm going to ask you about that. Good for you. I mean, that would be the, what do you call it? Like the canary in the coal mine, if you will. Something like that. For sure. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry, everyone. That is what it is. But I saw what I saw. Anyway, so we started this off where we were talking about Tulsi Gabbard and the D&I position and what they have to do. And we were talking about the new administration and some of them like taking this whole threat in the sky thing seriously. But going back to the last administration, because obviously you've been involved publicly with discussing all this stuff since like
some sort of signature from Donald Trump. I don't know. That's a speculation, but yes, that is true. But here's the thing. So it's not just about disclosure. That's what we want, the public want. But like, there's freaking UAPs, unidentifieds, going all over the freaking sky. I mean, and unless we're suddenly thinking that all this Langley Air Force incursions and New Jersey and El Paso, had to make another edit here. But which, by the way, that's what they were talking about before they got into this information. I think they were talking about James Clapper, but how he didn't want to bother him with this problem. And honestly, I don't think there's that part. I do believe Lou. Then the whole thing about the legacy program, I'm just like not as pissed off as everybody else about that, because it's like, I believe there's a freaking UFO problem, a mystery drone, unidentifieds. And then they're talking about these incursions. And Lou said it too with disclosure team that he's working on the drones too. And it makes sense. It makes sense. There's mystery drones all over. No one even talks about it in the community because I'm telling you, I see these things all the time, and I picture myself showing a video of this to Andy from that UFO podcast, which I love you, bro. But it's like, dude, like, I know it's that's a plane. It's got FAA. Like, no, man, no. It's like NORAD. It's like New Jersey. It's all over the skies. It's like happening everywhere, and from Europe, shutting down airports all over Europe. It's happening everywhere, and they're unidentified. Oh, and look at the guy from NORAD that I showed up in the last freaking video with my compilations with the guy. Like, that guy looked freaked out. So they're talking about this, but look, Lou Elizondo shows him that document. And then Julian Dory, smart as he is, clever guy, he's like, I can't ask you this. This will get too close. But then he starts talking about the Biden administration, the Trump administration, and how the Biden administration wasn't friendly at all to Lou Elizondo, at all. But the Trump, it's in there, and I knew it from the beginning. That's what the UAP SAR position was, 100%. So there's the clues, there's the hints, and it's all been there. It's all been there since the beginning, you know, and I just really think there's a UFO problem. Nobody thinks that anymore. No, it's all about like, oh, there's information. There is that, but I just can't. I can't put Lou with Doty. I can't tell. I can't. I'm not there yet. I freaking love David Grush. Even like I said, Greer, who charged thousands of dollars. The dude's got good information. You can learn from all of these people. All of them. Plus, Rick Doty didn't go brief a bunch of people in Congress and like fooled them and gave him this info to all like in this massive spectrum to the point that the dude's like now in the executive branch. Oh, wait. Oh, Christian, but that's exactly what's suspicious. He's in the executive branch. He made it all the way. Oh, well, hold on. Not in defense of Lou, but objection. So you're telling me that people in the White House, people have been lied to, not just you and me and the public, people in the government and Congress and the executive, even presidents weren't briefed. And this guy that comes and freaking, you know, with Christopher Mellon and other people, and they're saying, hey, we take this UAP seriously topic. We've been looking at it. Oh, no, don't hire them. Don't hire them. You know, because these other gatekeepers don't want to talk about it. They don't want to bring it up. But the ones that do, the ones that want to talk about it, maybe the ones that have learned a few things about it, don't hire them in the executive branch because that's suspicious. Maybe those are the guys that you exactly want to get. Maybe if they've been studying this and looking at it, and it's not just disclosure, it's like, what the hell do we do about these things? Shoot them down? Like what? Maybe those would be a guy to do, to give him a job. Or maybe I'm freaking crazy for thinking that. Maybe we should just give a... But, am I, like, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. By the way, I know I got a lot of Lou haters in this channel, and I love you guys. I love you for real. I'm trying to learn from everybody, and to me, there's so many things that make sense, but it makes sense to me. Maybe I'm not conspiratorial enough. Maybe I don't know. Moving to Washington, D.C. And like I said, it's not all disclosure. There's a freaking real UFO problem. Or is there not? Or is it all just some MK Ultra fucking... It's all MK Ultra, some dudes. Like, where do we draw the line between conspiracy, high strangeness, rational thinking, skepticism, and open-mindedness? Where? No one's in the same freaking line. No one. And everybody is different when it comes to this topic. Everybody's somewhere else. But I really try my best as an experiencer, as a freaking former skeptic to a believer. or fuck that word believer. Damn, I'm gonna have to do the beeps things. I've said the F word so many times. I'm sorry. I just a little bit upset. I'm not gonna put the beeps. Saying for children. But look, I just all right, let's continue on with what I said. So, blue on blue, just Lockheed, freaking Lucky Palm drones, doing a prank on the president of the United States and put them in an awkward situation. Dude, no, the UAP phenomena is a problem, and I don't think it's like that one dude has the whole freaking answers. This is still a problem. So it's not just about disclosure, it's about what the hell do we do about these things. No one's talking about that. It's all about like, oh, this guy, David Grush, Elizondo. Okay, I get it. You know what? And I'm not choosing sides. I'm not because I like them both. And I think UFO disclosure, without both, believe it or not, without both, we wouldn't be even anywhere close to them. There's some, of course, who were way more controversial. There's a lot of problems with him when he's, suing people, dude. Come on, man. Like, that makes you look insecure. And I know it can be frustrating, but still, dude, that's a bad move. That makes you look bad. And yet, I feel for you in a way, because there's something else going on here, and I know that we're not talking about it. What is the phenomena? What the hell is it doing? How are we going to deal with this freaking incursions? Oh, it's Lockheed Martin. Tic Tac was Lockheed Martin. Some freaking psionic dude was just fucking around with the Navy and David Fravor. And when he had the freaking 80,000 objects, with Kevin, whatever his name is, and he had 80,000 going to freaking 2,000 feet, and he was controlling the whole fucking thing. And Lockheed Martin, he's under control of Lockheed fucking Martin. Just kidding, guys. I'm good. Hold on. I think I need some of this. And then, there is a freaking non-human intelligence component to this, and it's a problem, and nobody's talking about that. It's all about, information needed. And you know what? Another thing, in defense of Lou, and I tell you this as a believer who misidentifies stuff. Yes, chandelier, freaking crop circle, bro, embarrassing. But when you become a believer, and when you're that paranoid about UFOs, you see UFOs where they're not supposed to be. I misidentify shit all the time, and nobody wants to admit that. You know why? Because everybody wants to be the smartest guy. You know me, I don't have a freaking setup. I don't need to be like misproduction. I'm raw and I'm real. And guess what? That's a rare quality to have. I don't care about views. I don't care about this. Honestly, maybe I'd be a little bit more motivated. The UFO community was had shit together. But it doesn't. It's all freaking wars and just, we're not talking about the big problem. Should I be concerned about freaking non-human intelligence or not? And then you guys know, if you go to my channel, I see these things all the time. That concerns me. Why is nobody talking about that? And could so what? The whole thing, the people moving in Washington and dealing with what? It's just about how we're just gonna give this information to the people. There's no talk about what we're doing with these things. What are we gonna do when they go over Langley again? What are we gonna do when they go over Wright-Patterson Air Force Base again? What are we gonna do? We're gonna observe, we're gonna shoot them down, we're gonna do this. That doesn't count. It's all about what the public wants. Come on, there's bigger talks than that. And I guarantee that Lou is part of that, and he is part of UAP SAR. And David Grush is another hero to me. Lou, I'm not saying, look, Lou's controversial, and what David did was really heroic, and I'm not choosing sides. I'm not choosing Greer. I'm not choosing freaking Grush. I'm not choosing Lube. You know what the best thing to fucking do is? Take information from each one. Do not disregard it. Look, Lou wrote a book. Let's see how that shit turns out in time. All right? When people do this, write shit like that, in time it will get debunked if it's wrong. But because of 2 freaking misidentifications from Believer, I'm sorry from somebody who's obsessed with UFOs, that's her whole job, they might see UAP where there's not. You know, like, it happens to the best of us. Now, the problem also is his fans are nuts. They're crazy. And the suing, I already mentioned that. But I just think that we should learn from Greer. We should learn from freaking Lou. We should learn from Grush. And I guarantee that Lou has been read on to the legacy program to an extent. I think what happened was, I don't know if it happened before 2017. Actually, I think it happened after 2017. Before, they didn't want anything to do with him. Now he knows. He knows a lot. He's the UAP czar. Guarantee it. And I'm just so turned off, man. I just want to talk about what the real issue is, and I just want to not focus on personalities so much. And I want to learn from each one, and not this. Like, honestly, you don't think that's smart to like take information here from this guy, take information here, including Greer, who everybody said was a grifter, and now I know he's got a lot of good shit he's done. David Grush. Why does everybody have to be so freaking toxic? And you know what? It's none of your fault. It's the United States government for lying to us for 80 years. Now we're so paranoid, we can't trust anybody. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at. How many subscribers do you think I listed this one? Love you guys. Even the ones that go away. I'm friends with Red Panda Koala, Lou's biggest fan. I mean, it's not like we're best friends, but like, you know, like it's an example of somebody I respect, right? I talk to like people on each side, and you learn more that way. I'm telling you, it's so wise to like, even learning from people like Mick West, dude. We're screwing up. We're screwing up, and I don't know what to say.